What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the stream. Hopefully everybody is well, and it looks like I'm already blowing out levels here with the microphone. Let me lower this down. Hopefully this is maybe about right. Things had changed in OBS, and I had moved things around because I was doing voiceover work, and voiceover work. Yeah, that's what you called making your own YouTube video, is professional voiceover work. I'm paying myself in exposure. But what's up? Hope everybody is well today. Hope things are going great. I am back to streaming once again, and it's gonna be a challenge. I did some unofficial streams already once before. Okay, that's all good. Just checking a couple different things real quick. So I had done some unofficial streams. One of them was just streaming using the awesome RetroTank 2X. I don't have the new I can't remember what the new one's called, but I have like the original model. The last revision of that before I moved on to the newer ones, and it works great. I've been recording video for my YouTube and working on a Sega Saturn video project in between, healing up. But tonight, it should be all up and rockin'. We're going to do Final Fantasy VII Remake. I have been waiting for this game for some time, and we're going to get into it in just a second. Just putting in a little general note into the chat if anyone's there, if they can hear me, sound off. Just want to make sure because my microphone settings got all screwed up earlier today. It looks like it's set for the right one, so we should be good. You can hear me. Perfect. All right. What's up, Nimix? Good to see you once again. Okay, so you have to let me know if I'm too loud, audio balancing, all that other fun things too. But this is the Final Fantasy VII Remake. And it's not the entire game, which some people online have been complaining about, which they've said for like the past 5 years it's not going to be the full game. It's only Midgar, but greatly expanded. So we're going to give that a go. And Nimix with a 17-month subscriber streak. The Mad returns. Thank you very much. Appreciated. Maybe someday I'll have 2 subscribers. That'll be the day. That's going to go in the Hall of Fame. That happens. Anybody else? Nope. I think you're the only one here. Copying application data to the disk is complete. Oh, that's right. So, this game comes on 2 discs. Disc 1 is what I have in there right now. So you install it. And then you have to put in the data disk. Alright, remove disk. So you have installation disk, so that's already been done. And you have the game disk. Here we go. I know my friend Furry Pursuer, I was talking with him last night. He said he was going to try to make it, but I'm like, dude, you live in Germany? It is ridiculously early in the morning when I stream. You know, just don't worry about it at all. Just like get some sleep, watch the VOD later if you really want. It's no big. You don't have to show up to my streams. All right, here we go. This is going to be interesting. So one of the things that they're doing, Square is doing, is they teamed up with Butterfinger, Crunch, and some other candy bar. You buy 2 of them, take a picture of the receipt, you need the receipt, and then you can go to their website and you can get a special theme for your PlayStation 4 that's not sold in the stores. So I did that, and I'm going to say right now the Butterfingers are they're what my brother calls low-tier candy bars. I call them garbage-tier candy bars. They just get stuck in my molars. Yeah, that music indeed. You'll also have to let me know if you hear echoing. I don't hear echo right now, but like I said, I decided to upgrade to the new version of OBS because they fixed the problems that were there last time that caused it to crash constantly, so... Okay, because I had to go through and change a bunch of my settings. Like, we're going to carry over your settings. It just crashed everything out, just wiped everything out. Alright. Options... We'll leave screen shake on for now. I'm not sure what that's going to be like. If it gets to be really bad, I'll turn it off. Yeah, so if you may remember that I went through and I did a playthrough of, pardon me, at least like the Midgar section of the original Final Fantasy, like Final Fantasy VII. So I also streamed the demo, so this is gonna be a little different. Let's do default, change it later. Do normal difficulty. Just remember, people waited like 16 years for this. It was a long time. The reason why it took 16 years, Tetsuya Nomura. He didn't even know he was the director of this game. That should tell you something. We actually get to see the upper plate in this game. That was the thing about the original, is that you always saw the game from the lower plates in the slums, and now you actually get to see it from the upper as well, which is pretty cool. Excuse me. Oh god, check out radiation! Run! It's only 3.4 Rotkins an hour, it's fine. By the way, I just want to point out that this is being rendered real-time by the PlayStation 4 right now. That's pretty awesome. Especially when you look back at, like, Advent Children, the movie that came out in, like, 2007. This looks way better than that, and that was, like, high-end computers at the time. It's insane how far video games have progressed. So I'm also streaming this game at 30 frames a second because that's what the game runs. There's like no real need to stream it at 60 if you're running at 30, so... Okay, how about now? Hopefully... We'll see. This game kind of goes up and down. Okay, so we'll see how this goes, because I know the game audio goes up and down. I'll try to figure out I can find where the happy balance is.
Get down here, Merc.
Oh yeah, Barrett has been lifting. Okay, so... There we go, I'm just gonna mute those two. So, let me hear... That still seems to work. Can you still hear the game audio right now, or are you just hearing my voice only? Because like I said, once again, things got screwed up, so... So is it just like the game you're hearing? Like, are you hearing the game and myself, or just my voice? Okay. So what I did was actually, it was like the audio mixer before. What it used to be was you had desktop audio, the Elgato, and then you had the microphone levels. So desktop audio is usually what lowered everything down, so I was dropping that down, and you kept saying I was getting blown out still. So I lowered down the Elgato feed only. I only have that one going. The desktop audio is muted completely. So I just have microphone almost redlining, and then the Elgato right around here. So we'll see where it's going now. But we'll see how it is in battle. Excuse me. But yeah, Barrett's been, he's been hitting the weights and the steroids. He's a big boy. And apparently improves to my sword.
Halt! Who goes there? You're up.
Okay, use square to attack Cloud's sword. Hold it to unleash attack capable hitting multiple enemies.
You're coming with us. Nice and easy.
Don't think so. Not bad.
Okay, I think they've changed his attack slightly from the demo. And when the demo came out, it was based off of a build from, I think, December of last year. It was like really old.
Who in the hell? Hands where I can see them.
Have fun.
ATB gauge fills as time passes. Attacking with square, once a bar is full, your character can perform special actions. Charges can be used immediately or saved.
Freeze! Move and we shoot.
Go ahead.
Okay, expend ATB gauges charges to perform battle commands, such as using abilities, magic, or items. Press X or cross. Try using the commands. Okay. That guy's coming in for me. Come on, baby, light my fire.
Use magic?
Not bad.
I just burned a man to death. Feels good. I feel alive inside. Checking data out of battle. When not in battle, you can check the map. Open menus, various kinds of information. When the whatever icon appears, move character close to it, automatically jump, do whatever actions needed. Got it. Oh, sweet, I can save anywhere I want. That is cool. Okay, so, of course, in the original RPGs, you had to find save points. I guess they don't exist anymore. I will take it. And take forever to save the game, apparently. So I've been working on my Sega Saturn video while we wait for this to eventually save, or the game to crash, or something to happen, really. And I just keep thinking, like, I re-recorded like my dialogue like 4 times already. I'm like, I keep going back thinking like, let's change this around, or let's do that better, and let's try it with this energy or not. Okay, so mental note: saving will take a minute at a time. Holy crap! You could save anywhere, just be careful not to. And I've also been thinking about like different things I want to go and like record game-wise. Like I just want to do some other stuff. Elegance, hair tonic. I'll see if there's any kind of like Easter eggs or something. The Nora White, don't remember that. I didn't pay.
Drop the weapon.
They've got really strict on bail jumpers, you know.
What he said.
Guarding and evading. Defend against enemy attacks by pressing R1 to guard and circle to evade. Might have to see if I can change that button to like maybe R2 or something, get used to like the Bayonetta. So successful guard reduces the amount of damage suffered, also charges your ATB gauge.
You're coming with us.
Can't get surrounded. Try harder.
So I can...
That it? Whatever.
Like, I'm wondering, like, do I have a counter?
Nope. No.
Options... Oh. Excuse me, don't know why. It's like I go to stream and all of a sudden I get like froggy throat. Oh man. I was hoping to, you know, like I said, remap my controls, like put dodge on the R2, just like because the inner Bayonetta player in me is like, you gotta have the dodge there next to your block. Speaking of that, we actually have somebody submitting a New Game Plus runs, which is kind of cool. They've done runs before, like on the Wii U, but apparently they just got a Switch. So... it's like, okay, cool. It's like I'm still holding the #1 world record spot for where he's doing it, but he's working his way down. Like, he's improving like 2 minutes each time he submits, so that's pretty good. Okay, triangle open chest doors. Bayonetta GDQ someday. Well, like I said, with what happened with Bayonetta 2, kind of ruined it. So, maybe Bayonetta 3 someday. If somebody else doesn't get it in. The only way would be to really, like, if I were to do a New Game Plus submission, because that would be, like, different than what was run, and it'd be a lot faster, too, because, I mean, it'd be, like, an hour... I'd probably do, like, a Rosa New Game Plus run, just because you can whip through that in just about a little over an hour, so it'd be really fast. They want fast games, so that wouldn't be too much of a slog or 2-hour endeavor or anything like that. But, I mean, but by the time that happens, that would happen, I'd be well enough to do something like that. Bayonetta 3 should be just about to come out, so... Or, something that could be proposed would be kind of interesting, would be like a Bayo block. So, like, if 3 comes out, just have, like, a person do run #1, do #2, and then, like, somebody runs #3. So that'd be kind of cool. One of the guys, Ace Krana, who's one of the runners, he does Bayonetta 1 and 2. He's actually been working on doing a back-to-back run where he speed runs Bayonetta 1, then switches to 2 and does that speed run. Okay, just smash boxes. Got it. Smashy, smashy. I want to change the controller speed. Wow, okay, that's quite the jump. I guess we'll leave it there. So I remember, like, I streamed the demo when this came out. Like, I don't remember, like,
So
hardly
what's
anything
Soldier
about
Boy's
it.
deal? Is he one of us now? He's got balls, this,
It was
what
kind
was
of
his
really
name?
high and a lot of pain.
Cloud Strife.
Right.
And he isn't a soldier.
Am I still getting
anymore.
washed out by the game, or
Still, he's a professional, unlike the rest of us.
is it still balanced okay
I'm
so
glad to
far?
have him.
This is a one-time gig.
So now we have people
When it's
talking.
done,
We'll have to see if
we're
it's still right.
Real joy to work with, though.
real joy to look at, too.
Ooh, Jesse's thirsty.
There you go.
Looks are what people notice first.
Guess I'm not on the same page as people.
We're
Oh,
not even reading the same book.
Enough. We're done here.
Or even
You'll
the
keep
same...
us safe,
Give it a rest.
right, Cloud?
so it's fun just to sit around like listen to these conversations now. But so when like everybody was talking to me like and I was talking, could you hear me at all, or was I getting washed out because I was seeing the Elgato spike up in volume? So I'm still trying to figure out if this is balanced correctly or not. So I don't know if I'm still getting droned out when people start talking and action happens or not. It's gonna be. You think it's fine, or it needs to be lowered? So I'll drop down the game volume a little bit more, I guess, just a touch. Because unfortunately, it's like with this game, it's just like right now it's like mid-level, and then well, yeah, I'm trying to figure out like if the audio is balanced correctly still, because right now like it's around mid-level where it used to be before I upgraded to Elgato, which is kind of regretting, or the OBS. But when like people start talking, it looks like it spikes up. It's like right now it's okay, but we'll find out here in a second. When he starts talking to me, I'll start saying something.
Come on.
Like
Nobody
right
do
now,
something
am I
this
being
crazy
washed out,
just
or are
for
you able to
money?
hear me?
They may not think you're a true believer, but you know what I think?
Not interested.
What?
Wedge.
Okay, you said you can hear both. Okay, good. Just want to make sure. Just let me know if it's not. I know you're busy working on a lot of different things, so it's all good.
Every last gill.
Yeah, Big John, if he decides to have his arm replaced. On the other hand, you have a gun for an arm. On the other hand... Yeah, I would like to take that joke, credit for that joke, but that's actually a Team 4-star Machinabridge joke, because they went through and they're doing Final Fantasy VII Machinabridge, and that was one of the jokes. It's like, on the other hand, Cloud's like, you got a gun on your arm. On the other hand... R3 to lock on a specific target. Press it again to unlock.
Get him, boy!
Guess you're first. Looks like you're next. Was never in doubt.
Let's see. There it is. Okay. So people have done comparisons of like Final Fantasy VII Remake versus Advent Children, because Advent Children was the one that people remember in their mind of being like, okay, this is like the best it ever looked. And then, you know, then you look at it now and people are like, okay, it's not as great as I remember. Hold on a second here. That's kind of crappy. Scale up. There we go. Like, for example, that's Barrett. The left is from Advent Children, which everyone thinks of like is like, oh, that's like the best looking they've ever looked. And on the right is being rendered real time on the PlayStation 4. It's just showing you how 13 years of progress can really, really make things improve. Alright, back to the game. Oh yeah, like I said, that's the crazy thing, is that everybody holds it in their minds like, because it looked so amazing at the time when it came out. You know, like how big impressive it was. Like, holy crap, this looks really great. And then you look at it now, it's like, holy crap, the PlayStation 4 is rendering better than supercomputers used to.
Huh, not so fast. We've got company.
I was watching behind the scenes, they actually mentioned, like,
Think you can stop me?
when they were first going into this game, like, to start it up, they actually took the Advent Children models.
All right.
And the intent was to try to use those in the game, and they realized, these are lower quality than what we can do now. Holy crap, there is a parry. Okay, cool.
It's over.
So if you hit block at the right time, apparently you can also parry and stagger people. Yay! That makes me happy. Is there a way to pull the camera back a little further? No, that is as far as it can go. Okay. It's like I just like it a little bit further back.
Stage one, get him!
Let's go.
Heard me.
Come on, Cloud.
Pick up the pace.
So, what's your story?
I'll secure our escape route, okay? You go on and catch up with the others.
Soldiers may attack on command, but I hear they make good guard dogs too. Bet you've seen a few reactors. So how do we get to the bridge above Mako storage? Ain't holding out on me, are you? Stamp scared to bite the hand that fed him? Or is he a loyal little doggy? Have it your way, Mutt. We can do this with you, or we can do this without you.
Different reactor, different layout. Depends when it was built. Never seen one like this, but I'll manage.
So, Thirsty Jesse, what are you up to?
Don't you worry. Biggs will have the door open soon.
So we have Biggs and Wedge. Wedge is the fatter guy we're talking to. So instead of having Wedge open the door, we're having Biggs do it.
Don't you worry. Biggs will have the door open soon.
I think they named the characters wrong.
In 3, 2... Damn, I'm good.
Who's there? Door! Well, wait! It's over!
That's my line.
Switching modes, which I've already done before. Oh, that battle music. So great. Okay, every character unique ability. Shift mode, there you can operate. Yeah, he has his Punisher mode. You do like more damage, but I think it's like you don't block as well. I know you definitely don't move as fast. Yeah, you move more slowly. More powerful attacks though. Launches a counter blow every time he guards against enemy melee attack. Okay, so that was doing it because I did a counter move, but I couldn't remember how I did it exactly. So it's only in Punisher mode you can do that. You can't guard against ranged attacks or magic. Ooh.
We can take it! Make it rain!
That's that. See ya. Get ready. That's that.
We're back.
Let's move.
He always knows just what to say.
Cut it out!
Okay, nothing over here.
It's a good thing I know someone who can get us the passcodes. Pity no one else at command will talk to us, but what can you do?
No, I have never seen Everwood.
And we're good.
Careful in there. I got this place covered.
American drama series. 4 seasons. Ran on the WB. 2002 2006. Yeah, that would explain it. Well, that's good. Everyone's been suggesting me that, like, a documentary about the crazy tiger people. Some guy and tiger. It's like basically like Florida Man, the documentary. Phoenix down.
Looks like the elevator's on another floor. Mind pushing that button?
Oh, I talked to Barrett first.
Security's only gonna get tighter, so be ready. We can't afford any more mistakes.
And the only thing I watched recently was The Stand, because that seems like it was highly appropriate for this time period. The 1994 made-for-television miniseries version with Gary Sinise as Stu. And Molly Ringwald, I think it was, as Franny. Well, they do kind of, I mean...
So, you know Tifa, right? It's not really my business, but are you guys close?
Yes, she's best girl. Leave me alone. This is new. This was not in the demo. Ooh, Nibelheim.
Cloud! Are you ignoring me?
Apparently not. I mean, first thing I noticed was her chest. I mean, he's like, okay, there we go, wider shot. Cloud the Perv at a young age. So you're saying, like, you know, newer games take away the imagination you had some older and lesser graphics? Kind of, but with this game, it's kind of the opposite can be said too, because they're taking this limited format that they had and they're expanding upon it, like different stories and different things, like Jesse and so forth. You talk to him like maybe 2 or 3 times total. You know, it's like you didn't have flashbacks there back to Nibelheim until later in the game. So like they're actually like improving and rewriting things too. So it can kind of go both ways. You can either have like the more imaginative aspects like from the older stuff and vice versa. My view on it, at least. So I mean, I wouldn't have thought to have done any of this. Like, now we're looking inside Shinra headquarters? I mean, that's what I like about, before I had my Fusion,
Rats appear to call themselves
I went and played at least like Midgar the first 10 hours of Final Fantasy VII just to get it back in my head.
Investigating whether they belong to the same group that made the attempt on your life.
Oh yeah, Final Fantasy VI is my favorite of the Final Fantasies.
Rest assured,
That was a great
our
story.
inquiries will not take much longer.
I really need to get back and play 4. I don't remember a thing about it other than like Whales on the Moon. That was it.
It's here sucking up Mako. It doesn't rest and it doesn't care. You do realize what Mako is, don't you?
It's made from
Mako is
people!
the lifeblood of our world. The planet bleeds green like you and me bleed red. The hell you think's gonna happen when it's all gone, huh? Answer me!
Superman bleeds
You
green.
gonna stand there and pretend you can't hear the planet crying out in pain?
I think.
know you can!
You really hear that?
Damn straight I do!
Get help.
Well, the thing is with Final Fantasy
Say that again!
is that the games don't play in order until you get to a certain number.
I'd worry less about the planet and more about the next 5 seconds. Save the screaming for later.
Each one wasn't a sequel to itself. It was a different story each time until they hit 10. Then they did 10-2, which is a sequel. And then they did 13, which was 3 sequels in a row. And then they kind of abandoned it to do individual stories, so... Which is why I found it really funny. That's not proper gun safety, Barrett.
And that happens.
Well, so much for having Cloud do all the fighting. There are some places a sword just can't reach.
I remember when Final Fantasy VIII came out, people were, like, I talked to them, they're like, they were really upset because they're like, it's not continuing the story, like, are they going to continue on? Like, it's not a sequel to Final Fantasy VII. I'm like, I can tell that 7 was your first one ever because none of these games are sequels to each other, you know? And people didn't like 8 for that reason, too. It's because it wasn't 7. I'm like, okay, it's like, just look at the games as they are. But yeah, Jessie's cute, but Tifa is best girl. Sorry, Aerith fans.
Just bear with him for me, would you?
Yeah.
Should have asked for more money.
I actually dated a girl who could look like Jessie. And the crazy thing was she was 20 years older than me. And like I said, she looks like she does here, and it's like, holy crap. Except for she was totally batshit insane, so... Okay. Switch characters up or down or left or right with the D-pad? Okay. Specializes in range attacks. Hold down, releases sustained burst automatic fire.
Gonna throw your sword at him? Let the man with the gun go to work. These tin cans ain't got nothing on me. See ya!
Desire to want to stream older games of miniseries, start back from the beginning, experience all the ones. Yeah, I've tried to do that before with like my anthologies. And I did like years back, like I did Metal Gear Solid 1 through 5, Donkey Kong Country 1 through 3, you know, things like that. It's kind of fun to do. Okay, overcharge. Press triangle, control Barrett to deliver hard, heavy hitting attack. Pressing triangle, however, will speed up the process.
Still? Hurry up! Now for the real show.
Gotta work on that dodging, okay.
Hurry up!
Oh man, Barrett is like super weak. Switch to different characters, up or down, left, right. Okay, and then L2, R2 issue commands, allies.
You're up. Do your job first.
Shut up and move over.
Yeah, I know. As soon as I got hit, like thinking, like I gotta heal. Bam! Right in the back.
Take care of those wounds before you bleed out.
Don't forget to aim.
Oh yeah? How about I aim for your head? How'd you like that? Ain't no thing.
So unfortunately, it's like
Nothing on me.
it doesn't like lock over. Like you have you're locked onto somebody, you switch characters. The lock-on doesn't stay. Maybe I can. I did see something about switching over. Gameplays controls. Attack target correction, right? Change the setting for automatic camera adjustment when attacking off-screen targets. So, okay, so it's just not gonna switch over, unfortunately. Let's see, combo targeting. Bummer. Okay. Check the beast. The beasto. Let's see. That's where it came down.
Look what we have here.
The laser security system. Great.
Those things will hurt more than your pride if you're careless. They'll cut you down to size and then some. But I'm guessing you've done this kind of thing before.
Yeah. Figure out the timing of the lasers. Then, make a move when they cycle off.
Exactly. I'll go first. Nothing like a little danger to get the blood pumping.
Hey!
Just keep those baby blues of yours on me.
Hold R1 or R2 to dash. Or you can press L3 once to keep dashing until you stop moving. Okay, so you can just press an R3 or L3 to do it. Good. Something I want to check real quick. Trophy. Let's see. Let me grab the. Here we go. Plug in my controller. Okay, it's not when I recognize it. Okay. What are the trophies here? Hidden trophies. Free bound ally. Okay, so I want to make sure there wasn't one for, like, doing something stupid like, get hit by 20 lasers.
Not too shabby. You're doing good, soldier. Okay, let's see what's up next. And more of the same. Come on then. Pretty easy, right?
Is he barely running into lasers? Okay, if he does, it doesn't matter. I'm not getting hurt by it. Okay.
Nice job, Cloud. Like a walk in the park, huh?
What type of park are you walking in that has deadly lasers?
Not a scratch.
Loading news, waiting for ultimate situation. Yes, spoken code about things, mysterious things about a project.
Look. They don't call those things sweepers for nothing. They can wipe out a whole squad in seconds.
Not if you wipe the floor with them first.
Run away! Oh. Were they confused or like, what are you talking about? Like, oh, haha, it's just a humor joke.
Ah, we can take this hunk of junk.
That hunk of junk is a heavy weapons platform. If we rushed in, we die.
Is that right?
Need to hit it with magic. That should give us an opening.
Well, they know you're doing it now, at least. It's a potential competition, because I mean, we've discussed it without discussing it publicly, but I mean, it would be insanity for somebody to take it on, but are they like possible competition to you, like now that they know that you're doing this? Okay, that's good. I was trying to like, aha, that gives me inspiration to do this and screw you over somehow. Okay, hitting enemies attacks. Certain attacks dealing large amount of damage will temporarily knock them off balance, and pressure will appear underneath the gauge. Help them with spells, abilities quickly to fill the stagger gauge.
Hey, stop moving!
Let's pin it down. Give it all you've got.
Of course. It just had to get back up.
And we knock it down again. No time to complain.
Yeah. Anybody tries to, even if they do the methods that you're doing right now, still, it would still be a massive undertaking. I'm pretty sure that what you're doing is going to be pretty much untouchable just because of the sheer scale and size and dedication it will take. Enemies who staggered are defenseless and take more damage. Using unique abilities, staggered foe will quickly boost your ATB gauge.
Now's our chance. Go!
Don't need to tell me twice. I'm gonna enjoy this.
Don't stop now.
How'd you like that? What are you, 20-something?
First. Huh? Soldier first class. Doesn't go into the 20s.
The hell you talking about? I mean your age, not your goddamn rank.
Good job, Cloud.
For all I know, a soldier's rank could be the same as his age. Mm-hmm. Guess that make you a 1-year-old, huh? Live and learn.
Cloud's like, I walked into that one.
That's our target, the reactor core. Gotta set the bomb at the bottom. Let's get down there.
God damn. I can practically taste the Mako in here. Hurry it up.
Mmm, delicious cancerous Mako.
Oh, it's pounding like a jackhammer.
Scared, huh?
No, high cholesterol. Runs in the family. Shut up.
Dreaming about this for years.
Heads up, boys. The end's in sight. I leave the rest in your capable hands. Good luck.
Is there anything over here?
Way.
Oh,
Down the ladder, dummy.
wanted to see what was over there. Alright, so we're about to hit a boss fight, because this is pretty much exactly the same as the demo. Yeah, we don't need to heal, we're all good.
They sure won't.
Aerial Ray!
That's that. Keep it together.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Did a lot of yard work. Go to bed early for 7 months. Yeah, yard work can really take it out of you if you're not used to it. For me, I have to still resist the urge to clean things. Like, I'm looking at all this cat hair on my carpet. My mom's been sick for the past couple days. She's been having either mini strokes or something. So she can't do anything. It's just like my dad, who's pretty much lazy. So it's like, well, crap, I can't push a vacuum cleaner or anything still, so it's just been driving me nuts. And the X liked something I sent her. That's nice. Alright.
You think if we fell in, we'd sink right down to the bottom? To the planet's core?
See ya. That's that. Take the lead. Was never in doubt.
Something I've also noticed too is like my backyard needs to be cut. Backyard's like just growing like crazy, the grass back there, but like the front yard, not as much, so it's like, okay, it's a little weird.
Yeah, let's do this. Let's do this.
Here comes the boss fight.
All right, let's see if Little Stamp really can bite the hand that feeds. Go on, do the honors. Prove to me you're the man Tifa says you are. That you're one of us.
Never said I was. I'm just here for the paycheck.
Then do the damn job.
Where were you holding that bomb the entire time? Don't ask questions! I got me a prison purse.
What's wrong?
I just really want to get past this first bombing mission. So I can see things I haven't seen yet, because everything so far is just the demo, with
What
the
about the
exception of
timer?
one part.
Your call, Merc.
20 minutes or 30 minutes. Let's live life on the edge. We'll do 20.
Pretty cocky, ain't you? You double-crossing!
Heads up.
What in the hell? Hey, how the hell do we fight this thing?
It's got reinforced armor plating, but the internals can be overloaded. Lightning magic.
No other option, huh?
It's weird. The game's like
Should I be worried?
use lightning magic. Oh, that's right. I don't have any ATB built up yet. That explains it. So it's like, why can't I cast magic spells? I don't have any yet.
Hell yeah! You see the damage that did?
Keep it up. Okay.
That thunder I hear? Hurry up! So the hell is that?
A barrier? Never seen this defense system before.
Sir, thought you were the expert.
So what's your brilliant plan, genius?
It's my time to shine.
Or go down in flames.
Right back. If we don't change it up soon, this thing's gonna kill us both.
Less talking, more shooting. That didn't work either. Bounced right off.
Nice try, dumbass.
Frontal
So they use enemies occasionally bind your party members' unblockable attacks. Kinda noticed, couldn't dodge out of the way. Switch quickly to a different character. Got it!
Get off! Don't just stand there. Help me out, damn it!
Sorry.
Whew. Sure am glad I paid you a fortune and then some.
You ain't paid me yet. I'm
All right, watch and learn. Yeah, damn it! This thing is tough.
It wouldn't be much of a weapon if it went down easy.
Don't compliment the giant scorpion. Coming at you, Lord. Huh? It didn't work.
Let's do this. What are you doing? Now, hit it hard and fast.
Oh, you're in for it now.
Just shoot. Keep it together.
Could keep going if I heal up.
Let's try the grenade.
Heads up.
Of course he jumps.
Gotta heal up. Still in it. That's it. Don't overdo it.
Suck on this. Damn pain in the ass. Enough with all the barriers. That thunder I hear? Damn it. Gotta do something about that barrier first. Ain't done yet.
I got this.
Like right now, like the camera should be swooping up to look at like what like where the bad guy is. And I could swear in the demo it did. So you can see like what's coming in.
You got this!
Let's do that. Think it through. Take the lead.
All right! Watch it move! I'm putting an end to this shit! Coming at you hard, Ooh, gotta love it! Now, why you gotta pick on me? Come on! That thunder I hear?
Okay, so it's actually immune to thunder now that Spot got it.
Bang, bang. Damn pain in the ass! Coming at you! I'm counting on you!
Here it comes.
Really? I can get interrupted? Oh, jeez. Okay, so I guess it's just Barrett's fight.
Hell yeah, baby!
Now's our chance. Give it everything you've got.
You're up!
Watch the tail. You don't want to be hit by that laser.
Huh? So, what do we do?
Don't get hit. Take cover behind that debris.
Can't hurt.
All good.
Sure could use a break.
Now, go!
Coming at you. Bring it home. You scared of something?
No holding back. Military. Deal with that.
Kiss my ass. Don't kiss me, wait. Damn it. Been a while since I had to go all out. Bring it to heat. Hey, it's doing that thing again.
Find cover and hunker down.
Again and again and again.
Okay. So people complain like, oh, they're getting rid of like the ability to go through and do your menu selects, and it's all action games. It's like you still spend a lot of your time having to do tactical things like, okay, I need to go into the ether and select your items and so forth. It's not a straight action game. There's still a lot of classical RPG elements in this.
Here we go. Now, get in there and do some damage. Give 'em hell.
Need to do something about these wounds. gotta heal up.
Getting tired of that laser?
Next, don't get tired or complain.
And you getting tired of my complaining, huh? Solid copy. Coming at you hard and fast. It's wide open.
Something that happened in the demo, it hasn't happened yet, was like Limit Break.
Oh, hell! What's it doing now?
An auto repair unit. Damn it. We gotta take it out quick or we're screwed.
Oh, I am way ahead of you, Merc. Gonna make your eyeballs pop. When I get my chance, I'm gonna blow this bastard the hell up. And that's a problem. Fuck on this. You got this.
There goes another. Now's our chance to do some real damage. Brace yourself.
Fuck on this.
No holding back.
There we go, finally done.
Shit, the bomb.
Someone set us up the bomb!
You hear that? Damn thing showed you how it's done.
Come on, we've gotta move.
Wayne should be covering our way out. Go, go, go!
Barrett, do you feel me inside you? We're one.
Give me a break.
Okay, I thought they were all dead. He said it's over. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Nope, now they're gone. Okay, you put away your sword apparently when the fights are over. I will say though, Bloodborne had the best ladders. Final Fantasy VII, it's getting closer.
You okay?
Do I look okay? Help a girl out, would you? My hero.
Hey! We'll link up over there! Look after Jesse!
Come this way. This route should lead us straight to Barrett. Probably. I think I see an exit. Come on.
But I see boxes I have to smash.
Don't look back. Let's go, let's go, let's go!
Yes, I mentioned like you're watching a TV show. I'm trying to think there's something else I wanted to watch. I downloaded it.
You're not.
I was like, yeah, I haven't seen. Oh, that's right, Pirates of the Dark Water.
I'll freak out if I don't talk.
Have it your way.
Started like getting like focused on like things that never got finished all the way, and that show got canceled unfortunately before they finished the storyline, which sucks. But downloaded that cartoon show. I should watch it at some point. Over here? No. Okay.
Barret!
I've got you covered. Find us a way out of here.
But then...
Don't worry, I'll be fine. I've got Soldier Boy with me.
X, Soldier Boy.
They're here! Take them down!
We don't have time for this shit. The clock's ticking.
Cool it. 5 seconds is all we need. Don't overdo it.
Guess it's my turn. Let's go. The others are waiting. Gotta get the hell out of here ASAP.
Of course, it's all good. I'm still here playing video games. This thing again? Really?
You got that right.
So Barret, where are you?
Take the lead.
Yeah, so the camera, in my opinion, really needs work. I mean, it's like you switch over, and it's like you're just focused on your character, but not what you're targeted on.
Taking over. Let's do this. So long. All right. Here it comes. You're done.
Get your ass out of here. I could have done that on my own.
Sure you could.
Itchy ear. Alright, so one of the things I'm wondering about, like, doesn't seem like I can actually... Yeah, you can't really heal in the items like you could in the menu structures in the other Final Fantasy games. Bolt the inventory and do it here, but apparently you can't. Gotta do it in game. Still open from before? Okay.
It's on you.
Guess it's my turn. Ain't no thing. Now that was something else.
That was nothing. No escape. Anytime now. All done.
Barret leveled up apparently. Okay, cool. Not sure if anything happens that way
More
or...
like we'll both be done. You're done. Let's do this. Don't overdo it.
All right, watch and learn. Time to fry. See ya. Oh, we're done here.
Yeah, so for me, like, the camera in this game needs more work for sure. It's really aggravating to, like, be locked on somebody, switch over, and then you're just looking at yourself. You're locked onto your camera to where you're at, but not what you're facing, where you're trying to target. So, like, you should be able to switch back and forth, but the camera should still stay focused on whoever you're locked on while you're doing it. In my opinion, but of course, I'm not Square. I'm not the people who made this game. That's all the bomb did. I love it.
Sir.
This is cool. This I like. This was in the demo too. Like, oh, so your bomb did, like, just destroy a little pump? Let's blow up the entire thing. So that way the public hates you. They think that, like, you blew up, like, a nuclear reactor almost. You're just not doing sabotage, you're actually, like, killing people.
Come on.
Doors open. We don't have a lot of
Can you walk?
If I couldn't, believe me, you'd be the first to know.
I'll take that as a yes.
Okay, that was pretty cool. All right, come on.
Avalanche! What's up, Jay? Good to see you, buddy.
Looks like we made it. And with nothing but a few scratches to show. Think you might have overdone it?
I followed the instructions to the letter. Maybe it triggered a reaction with the Mako?
Well, let's hope the city's...
She's just gonna blame herself for this, not knowing that they were set up.
Right? I mean, this must have helped some.
I mean, why do I look like Charlie Sheen?
You better have. Anyway, let's get going.
How do I like it so far?
Second rate?
It's
Just down there.
like the demo, although I'm not as much blinding pain and as high as I was when I first played that, when I, got done with my back surgery and stuff, so... It's not bad so far. Graphically still holds up really well. The big thing, though, for me is the lock-on mechanic. Because, like, you're locked onto an enemy, and you switch over to somebody else, and like you're looking at yourself, like you're locked onto yourself now, so the enemy you're trying to look at, so you have to swing the camera back around to see what you're trying to hit. So it's like, it's kind of a pain in the butt. Like, it should have stayed locked on to whatever person you're locked onto, the enemy, and just switch the camera to your character, but looking at their direction still. They didn't do it. They did it the opposite way around. But yeah, actually I had my fusion done back in the end of March, and that was successful. So I've been healing up from that, which is why I haven't been streaming. So give me a second. Pardon me. Here we go. Bam-a-lam. So there's wonderful back x-rays. You can see the screws and everything else they put into my back. Alright, here we go. Back to the game.
Everywhere.
So yeah, so the lock-on mechanic and the camera I would definitely like to change.
The air in here reeks. Can't wait to get out in the open.
Other than that, it's okay so far. It's like there's some neat mechanics, like you actually have a counter move.
Man, what is
But
that? I've never
it's not
smelled
too bad.
anything so foul. Oh, it's me. Gotta do something about that. And soon.
Yeah, and that was the big thing too. Like I had to like avoid watching other people stream the game because I knew I was going to be playing it myself. I wanted to see like the major changes. So, but I mean, the first chapter is literally the demo with one minor change. Is like one part Jesse asks you a question and you have a flashback to Nibelheim as a kid. Like she asks you about like, does Tifa mean anything to you? Like, is she like, you know, kind of like hinting like, are you in a relationship with her? And you have a flashback to when you were a kid for like 15 seconds. That wasn't in the demo. That's the only thing that's changed. I mean, other than that, it's exactly the same at this point, except for right now. So yeah, I've heard there's going to be a lot of changes to the story too, you know, versus the original. So it's going to be interesting. It might be kind of like if you're an anime fan, if you've seen the Neon Genesis Evangelion movies, the redo movies where they're like going through and changing the story, it seems like it's probably going to be like that.
Was it the Mako density? The primary explosive? The blasting agent?
Hey, we can figure that out later.
I'm running on empty here.
You can refuel at the base.
Next time I'll have to bring a little pick-me-up.
Yeah, so like how do I feel about changing, like significant changes to the story? I really don't care. I'm fine with that, to be honest. 7 for me was a mediocre story. It wasn't the best, it wasn't the worst by far, but I understand that a lot of people really love this Final Fantasy VII. This was like the first RPG they played. It really stuck with them, hit them home. For me, it's like the story really always needed to be fleshed out more. So if they're doing that, that's fine. But like the comparison I was making was like the Neon Genesis Evangelion movies. Like how they're doing the redo series. Like the 4th movie is supposed to be coming out this year, finally, after like 7 years of nothing, 8 years of nothing. Where they went back, like the first 2 movies were kind of treading, like we're kind of like following the anime, and then like around the halfway through the second movie, like the story just major shift. Like they're just making new things up. You're like, holy crap, and they're going a completely different direction from the original source material. For me, that's fine. I mean, it's just like I can live with that in this game too. I think it'd be kind of nice to just to switch things up because everybody knows this game by now. You know exactly what's going to happen. Like Aerith dies. I mean, that's not a spoiler. That happened 23 years ago. But much like how people made the PC new threat mods where they changed it so Aerith actually lives, you know, you still see the animation, like the cinematic of her dying, but then like the next part, she's like, haha, I'm just fine. It's a flesh wound. They laughed it off. You can keep playing with her. That'd be kind of cool if they changed it around that way, you know, just kind of messing with people's expectations. So, yeah, it's kind of like all over the place. This is like, no matter what you do, people are going to complain. Some people are going to complain just because they've been looking for something to do, either oh, this isn't the full complete game, it's only Midgar, we're being ripped off, blah blah blah. That's a non-starter for me. That's a non-argument. Other people are like, it has to be classic battles. I don't like having this running around action stuff. This is blasphemy. You can't change it up. If you don't like that, then there's the remastered versions where they just up the graphics, which is basically a PC port, which I have, the original PC version from '98. Play that version if you want. But you want to take something in a new direction, I'm down with this. I mean, I'm fine with it. It's a crazy story. It wasn't really fleshed out too great. But if you want to add more to it and change things around, it's been long enough time. I'm cool with it. What I just find funny is that these graphics look better than Advent Children did, and this is being rendered real time on a PlayStation 4. Like, go back and look at Advent Children now. I mean, that's one of the things I posted up earlier was a picture of Advent Children Barrett versus Barrett now. It's like, whoa, it's like this game is, it's amazing how technology has come in 13 years.
How much farther do we have to go?
Not far.
Yes, decoding the movie. I saw it on VCD. That's how old it was.
Place as any.
But yeah, it's just...
I'll set the bomb.
Even then, it was still a middling mess of a story. They had to do like 2 different versions of it. They're not gonna let me through, or... There we go. Oh, you had to use proprietary GPUs and codec to play it. Wow. But even then, they've gone through, and they had like the special edition or something like that. They added more to it. Pardon me. Then they had the complete version, which I haven't seen. So even they kept messing with that, trying to make it better. So, what I really liked, actually, the most impressive movie I've seen from the Final Fantasy series, and actually in general, animation-wise, the story's garbage, is Kingsglaive, the Final Fantasy 15 prequel movie. That has some stunning levels of animation. Some parts, like, you could tell it's kind of like early on, it wasn't really that great looking, but then like you see other things, just like, wow, this is really amazing looking. Let's see. So where is it at? Yeah, so Kingsglaive is like, for me, that's the animation like high bar for computer animation currently.
Fire in the hole!
You sure told those doors.
Let that be a lesson to anything that gets in my way.
So I haven't like heard anything about the story wise. I just know it's going to be different. Like I know that where it used to be like you look out on the highway at the end, like at the end of Disc 1 or the Midgar section, that's changed really. But it's like, okay, well, what if they do something completely radical with this game? Like, Zack's alive, he didn't die at the end, It's like, just completely go off the rails. That would be really kind of cool. Like, Aerith lives, Zack is still alive, he's just injured somewhere. It's just like, dude, why are you stealing my identity? What the hell's wrong with you? Things like that would be kind of cool. See, really considering by Final Fantasy 15, idea literally makes no sense unless you play the DLCs. Well, here's the thing, is that game, I mean, Kingsglaive really does fill in some stuff, even though you're still lost during it, but it gives you an idea of what the hell happened while you were not there and the town was getting attacked. So it's kind of bad, but the game's been patched to now where I would recommend people try it at least. Because when it first came out, like, you were only playing as Noctis. He was the only character you could play as. And they kept touting like you're going to be able to play as the other party members and switch from the combat like you can do in this game. And they actually added that ability in through a lot of DLC patches and so forth. There's more stories and so with it. So I'd say if you can find the complete edition, I think it's called. There's some version that has all the DLC together, and it goes on sale. I've seen it on PC for like, I think 25, 30 bucks, something like that. That version, I'd say pick it up.
Yeah, we always knew this was gonna get messy.
And this is only the
That's
beginning.
it.
Y'all gotta look at the bigger picture here. Nothing worth fighting for was
Royal Edition, that's what it is. Yeah, the Royal Edition has like all the DLC and all the rest of the story and everything else in with it. So yeah, if you can find it with a discount, I would recommend it that way, really. Because I bought the game, like, I got it for like 10 bucks, the base game. And then for PC, I have the Royal Edition, which has all the DLC and the quality of life improvements, the camera changes, the combat changes. I had a lot more fun playing that version.
So, what's our next move, boss?
That's easy enough. We get our asses home.
Yeah, I don't know how strong your computer is. Let's see. PC version, looking up on Steam, is currently like 35 bucks, but I've seen it go on sale, I think, down to like 20. So, yeah, just keep an eye out for it. Yes, this is a neat addition I can see already. It's like before, it's like, okay, the bomb goes off, you're on back, you get on a train, you crawl through some rubble, but you get on a train, that's it. And now you're seeing like, oh, things got really screwed up.
Regroup in the freight car. Got it?
Later then.
Hey, I'd like my money now.
You can have it once we're back at base.
Yeah. Final Fantasy 15 is... It's kind of a beast. Like, I can get it to run, like, if I do 720p, I can get it to run 60 frames per second on my computer. But if I do, like, 1080, then I'm stuck to, like, 24, 30 frames. So you definitely want to try, if you're playing on a PC, at least 60 frames per second. Yeah, I'm in desperate need of a computer upgrade, too, but I gotta get my back healed up and get a job and all that other fun stuff.
I don't need to tell you what this is, right?
Of course not. It's healing material.
You can have it for saving my life.
Just doing my job. Nothing more.
Yeah. Fact is, I'm lucky you were there.
I'll fight you!
Survival can be a matter of luck or skill.
Or skillful luck.
Luck.
Or skluck, if you can combine them together.
Words to live by.
Yeah, Jessie is thirsty in this game, holy crap.
You do know how to use it, right?
She wants to ride a cloud, baby.
Right?
Yeah, so what type of computer I have? I currently have an AMD FX 8300, which is a 8-core, 3.3 gigahertz. But I have it like basically turboed up to like 3.7 or 3.8 right now. GPU is an old NVIDIA GTX 960 4GB overclocked, so they've stopped issuing like updates for my drivers for that, so basically it's no longer supported. And I have a GTX, I have the same graphic card you do, but it's the 4GB overclocked version. And so it's like, it really needs, I just need a new computer overall just to beast it through, because they're not doing driver updates anymore for it, so... Yeah, I get the updates and stuff like for physics, but like the actual drivers themselves won't work. They're grayed out. So it'll do like physics and stuff like that, but the actual like the game drivers, it's not supported anymore. So my government is, because of the pandemic, is giving citizens $1,200 just because everything, like, even though like I'm not working and I'm laid up and recovering from spinal fusion, like, hey, you filed taxes 2 years ago, you're getting this money. I'm like, okay, cool. But so my parents are like, you're gonna buy a new computer? I'm like, nope. because the money I want to spend is like what Nimix has right now, his Beast computer, what we nicknamed it. Like, I would have to spend another, like, $1,500, $2,000 for my dream computer I want to get, so... Alright, materia and equipment unlocked. Yeah, 2070 would be really good. When I plan on buying my brand new, fully, like, $3,000 gaming computer, future plans, I definitely want to have probably either a 2070 would probably still be really good, even then. The 2080s are still ridiculously overpriced, and you don't get that much of a difference in boost, so... Alright, so let's begin a tutorial on how to do materia. I should probably pay attention to this. Set materia to weapons and armors through materia and equipment. Duh. Press triangle to set materia. Top row of your weapon, bottom of your armor. Okay, it's still the same. Select an empty materia slot and press X. I mean, I could get a new computer now. I could get a better one than I have, but if I get a new computer, I want it to be, like, really good. You know, I want to, like, spend the money to make sure it's going to be, like, future-proof for, like, 5 to 6 years, you know? Yeah, NZXT. And that's the things, like, we're talking about there, you know, a second ago, Nimix, about, like, a new computer, like, how you got your beast of a computer through them. And, like, I want to do that, too. Like, I'm going to be getting stimulus money for doing nothing. But, it's like, I'm still, like, $1,500 short from the computer I want to get, like yours, pretty much. Let's see. Plans a Ryzen 37. That's not a bad one. I'm not sure if I want to go higher than that. CPU's kind of thing you want to become your bottleneck last. Yeah. Let's see. Beast found a new pattern. 2 full cycles. Sweet. Yeah, it's a vendor. They probably don't operate there. I don't know if they have international shipping or not, Jay, but, like, they can build, like, computers. Like, these are really good computers. I think it's NXZT. Yeah, NXZT. I mean, they will, like, they can build you a computer on your specifications. Yeah, so Jay's in Germany, Deutschland. So, I don't know if they have international shipping or not, but, I mean, these guys build beasts of a computer. I mean, you can do, like, mid-level stuff, like $1,000 or something like that. But, I mean, you can go even crazier and higher up. I mean, I've maxed out a computer with them around $4,000, so... Yeah, so, like, they have a $1,000 starter PC Plus... Don't need a monitor. And that has an Intel. It's an Intel i5 9400 6-core 2.9 gigahertz. Hell no. GTI 1660 Ti, no. RAM 16, that's fine. I wouldn't even spend the money for that. Hell no. If they're $1,000 computer, I'd skip it. But when you get into like the $2,000 to $3,000, that's where it really gets good. Playing spend around 1,500 euros, which should net a really high-end machine without going super bored. Yeah, like, you don't need a 2080 Ti or anything like that, because, I mean, like I said, literally the 2070 is going to do everything the Ti does. Like, the 2080, the 2070 will do everything the 2080 does, just about. And, I mean, it's like owning a car that goes 200 kilometers an hour versus a car that if you spend another 2,000 to 3,000 euros goes 202 kilometers an hour. It's like, you don't need to save your money, you know? You don't save your money, you don't need to spend that much just for that minor little boost. It's not worth it. Healing materia. So I got fire and healing. Yep, there we go. Yeah, so I could buy a new computer. It'd be slightly better than what I have now, but I want to go full out. I want mine to be, like, maxed out. Like, I want to be able to run PlayStation 3 emulation like it's nothing, you know? I can already do some PlayStation 3 games emulated now, but I want to go, like, full-blown, straight-off gaming PC. Yeah, it's like 10% performance and $400. I mean, just screw that. I mean, just stick with the 2070.
only trying to help. Oh, before I forget, here's a little something extra for being so brave. That really was the ride of a lifetime. Well, see you on the train.
She wants to ride my cloud. Yeah, so as you can tell, things have been kind of jacked up from our little bombing run. They do have a 32-core computer. Or, I think they have a 64 now, but it's ridiculous. Yeah, it's the 3990X. 64 cores is as big as you can go, but you're looking at a ridiculous amount of money. Like, the processor costs more than the entire computer there.
Structures in the area are at high risk of collapse, rendering the entire sector hazardous. Immediate evacuation is advised. If you observe any...
So you have 64 cores, 128 threads. I mean, you're pretty much at that point. You're just buying a server, which is funny, because servers used to be that big. Let's see here, like we're on Splurge. You have the money. On the other hand, feel like difference between 15 and 3,000. Well, for me, it would be worth it, because I'd be doing like a new solid-state hard drive. I'd be doing like high-end DDR4 RAM. I mean, I'd be like I said, maxing everything across the board. But if you want to cannibalize your old computer and move things over, like your current hard drive and things like that, you can save money. You can do that $1,500 or Euro PC. That's not a problem. But for me and my thing, I want to like max everything out completely. I want a brand new like solid state hard drives, the top high-end RAM, a good video card. I want to get like a 4K monitor. I want to get like everything. Yeah, so I'd be moving over the hard drive, but like I'm at the point where I'm still rocking like DDR3 RAM, and it's like not the fastest clock speed. So like I would like really, you know, I would do everything across the board. Let's see. So the Threadripper, by the way, the 64 thread processor Nimbix is $4,000 just about by itself. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
This is an alert from the Shinra Emergency Operations Center. Unidentified intruders have detonated a bomb inside Mako Reactor 1. Multiple explosions have been confirmed, as well as ongoing fire. In response, a disaster
We head for the station. Then we take the train to your sister's.
structures in the area are at high risk of collapse.
Yeah, 9 years ago? Whew, well, if it's lasted that long, you got your money. You got your money out of it. This PC I'm using right now is like $800, and I got it 2 years ago, I think it was. Yeah, about 2 or 3 years, no, 3 years ago. Because I had a quad core, but the North Bridge started dying, which is like the brain of the computer. So, and that was right when people started doing like the whole data mining thing over the cryptocurrency. So you couldn't, like, it was really hard to get PCs and graphic, like, GPUs. They were really hard to find. So, and I was in the middle of college, and so it's like I needed a computer. So it's like I didn't have any choice. I had to buy the current one I have right now that I'm not that happy with.
You may alternatively contact security headquarters.
Sucks to be you, dude. You need booze.
This is an alert from the Shinra Emergency Operations
Can I light you on fire?
Unidentified intruders have detonated a bomb inside.
Nope, can't cure people. Okay.
Multiple explosions have been confirmed, as well as
Yeah.
ongoing fire.
I mean, you should always buy a computer for what it's going to meet your needs. I mean, not just like because like, hey, I don't want to spend this much because I can. I have money to burn. But like, for me, I'm building it to be a gaming beast. I want to be able to run emulators, like the highest end stuff, crazy settings, you know, things that my computer struggles with now. I want to be able to run it like it's nothing. I want to be able to play the games on the highest settings. So that's fine, but like if you give something like that to my parents, you know, my dad just like buys things on Amazon. You know, he literally checks his email. He's like the old parents that just use it to check their email. That's him. Like for him, a $3,000 PC would just be overkill.
Cloud! Up here! Look up! I said look up! Careful up here. The
There she
collapse
is.
at any moment. If you want up, you'll have to use those stairs.
Immediate evacuation is advised. If you observe any
Yeah, so for me, like I said, I'm really wanting to get a 2.5, probably end up spending close to what Nimix did, which is like around $2,500 or so for a new PC.
The stairs are right there if you want to try crossing the rubble.
Thanks, Captain Obvious. Oh yeah, I mean that's the whole thing. Nimix is like you could have still gone even higher, but you know, monetary things, concerns. It still helped out quite a lot, though. The Beast. So this is cool. This was not in the original game. I'm talking about like computers and running around stuff here like that, but it's like death and destruction, people screwed up, houses burning down. It's like, wow, this is neat. It's kind of like make you feel like, hey man, you're responsible for all this. Kind of. I mean, Shinra, the evil corporation, blew it up and made it much worse, but you don't know that. But, you know, this is supposed to be like an emotional manipulation, which I think is kind of cool. It's a nice addition in my book.
How are you okay?
You know I'm okay, baby. It's like, how are you okay? Versus like, how are you carrying that gigantic 100-pound sword on your back like it's nothing?
Look at all this debris.
Alright, so I will be right back. I need to run to the restroom, stretch, because my back is hurting, of course. I'm still recovering from my fusion, and grab a drink. I will be right back as soon as possible. Let's see. Huh, okay. Well, this is new. So apparently with this version of OBS, it just gets rid of the feed coming in from the Elgato. So let me put on some music then. We'll put back on some Socket. Alright, so hang tight, I'll be right back. Alright, I am back. Thank you for waiting. Back to the game scene. Here we go. Hit the bathroom. My brother gave me a beer. It's a Blue Moon Belgian White. Belgian style wheat ale. It's got hints of citrus in there, and apparently it's been brewed with orange peel. I'm like, okay. I usually don't drink beer, but I'm normally a whiskey, hard liquor type person. But the wise state of Pennsylvania has decided to close its state-run liquor stores, so I can't get any whiskey or anything cool. So like, well, beer will have to be. Well, that seems safe. It's called the Highway Collapse Cloud. Oh, I'm tripping out. This was unexpected. It's tripping out to the destruction of Nibelheim. This is like later on in the game you see this. Like disc 2, I think. No, disc 1, at the end of disc 1 at least. Just about. How tall is Sephiroth? He's like 8 feet tall there.
How? He couldn't be. Within.
Cloud's losing it. He's going crazy. And now we're suddenly in Nibelheim? Yeah. Claude, buddy, you can walk faster. I know you can do it.
Wait.
Tell me the secret to your Pantene-like hair. It's so soft and bouncy with volume. All I get are these weird spikes. How's a pipe on fire? I hate it when games do this, like, oh, we're gonna make you walk like super slow and stupid. It's like Metal Gear Rising did that. This game does it now.
You're dead.
I am.
I killed you with my own.
Oh, you need not remind me. It was the crowning moment of our time together. But that was then, and this is now. I have a favor to ask. Our beloved planet is dying. Slowly. Silently. Painfully.
Like Linda from Sesame
Can you
Street.
bear to see the planet suffer? Cloud.
That's a joke almost nobody will get.
Were the planet to die, so many things would be lost. Your hometown, so bright. The sound of her voice, pleading for me to spare you. The shiver of her flesh, yielding to cold.
Ooh, Sephiroth killed his mom. Maybe. Cloud's kind of crazy, though. Pardon me. Cloud is what you call the unreliable narrator.
Would be no more, and I would be loath to live in such a world. Which is why I must ask you this one favor. Don't worry. It's a simple thing. Run, Cloud. Run away. You have to leave. You have to live.
You bastard! Yeah!
Hi, Kiko.
Good, Cloud. Very good. Hold on to that hatred.
Hi. How you doing, buddy? Come here. Hi. Came back to Cloud tripping out, having a PTSD flashback to Sephiroth.
Fumes from all the Mako, maybe.
Hi, Kiko. You didn't bring me a rabbit this time.
Got this.
There you go. There you go. Found out my cat is a zombie the other day. She caught a rabbit, brought it in, and then ate it. She's never eaten anything she's killed before, so I was like, cool, you're eating it, good job. She only ate the brain. She cracked open its skull, ate its brain, and then left the rest of it there. I'm like, okay. I was like, alright then, yeah, so my cat's a zombie apparently. She craves the brains. I was like, hey, you know, it's like, it's a step up for her though. I mean, she's, like I said, she's never eaten anything she's killed before, so I'm like, good for you, cat. Here she is, but I did not take a picture of the cavitated brain cavity of the rabbit, but...
This place got hit too? No, not again. Please, no.
Yeah, that rabbit's like one of the bigger things she's brought me. But the thing is with my cat, though, is that sometimes she will not... She won't kill it. Like, she'll just, like, stun it, bring it into the basement where I live,
Go this way.
and then just, like, let it go. It's like... It's like, just kill it. It's like, so it's always like a guessing game, like when she brings me stuff like, is it dead or is it alive? So the rabbit was dead, but...
Safe to remain indoors. Please leave your residences at once. I repeat. This is an alert from the Shinra.
Oh yeah, cats are total psychopathic killers. They play with their prey and they're dead and they still flip it around. Even if they're injured, they'll still slowly kill it and get pleasure and glee from it. Cats are pure psychopaths. That's why we get along.
Man, what a mess.
Oh, that's a beautiful sight.
Many homes are at risk. It is not safe to remain indoors. Please leave your residences at once.
The reactor.
You're ready to walk.
I repeat.
I'm just worried, Dad.
This is an alert from the Shinra Emergency Operations Center.
Do what you...
An evacuation order has been issued.
Yeah, I think it's with cats, though, is that I understand why they do that, though, like why they play with their prey and so forth, is because their biology. When we have adrenaline, we get that sudden, like, we get adrenaline rush, it's very short spike, and then it goes off there, and like, you know, you get your flight or flight response, and, like, either to act or run, and that's fine. With cats, though, it doesn't shut off, so when they get that, like, that high going for, like, for playing or something, or hunting, they have all that still running through them, which is why, like, after something's dead, they'll still continue to bat around and play with it, because they have all that adrenaline still surging through their bodies that's still being pumped up by the adrenal gland. Yes, that is a very accurate description of cats, Jay. I do agree. Ooh, it's Aerith.
You are too weak to save anyone,
Yes, this is new.
not even yourself.
Are you okay? Hey, are you okay?
I'm fine.
Here.
Yeah.
This is for you.
Cloud rolls for sanity, rolls a 1. Ah, crap!
That's right. It's a gift. You know, for scaring those things away.
What things?
Never mind. Think of it as a memento.
Just my luck.
I
heard that, you know.
Ooh. We'll take it. How much?
How much?
Well, that depends on the customer. In your case, it's on the house.
Huh?
Lovers used to give these when they were reunited.
You remind me of my dead boyfriend.
Look, I'm involved in things. Dangerous things.
I'm not gonna question why you have his sword either.
So keep your distance.
Wait, you think someone's out to get you? Is that what you're all worked up about? Relax. No one's going to attack you. I promise.
Hey, a Mako reactor just blew. You shouldn't be out here trying to sell.
Excuse me. It's like, oh great, I meet a cute girl and she's schizophrenic. So people are like, Team Aerith. I am proudly Team Tifa. Tifa is best girl.
What are they?
Drop your weapon!
Are you blind?
You know, you're right.
Yeah, I mean, if you could do, like, you know, Cloud's ultimate harem, that'd be nice.
Wait.
For me. But yeah, this is a very welcome improvement. First before it's like, here's a flower. I'm quirky girl. See you later.
Sword on the ground! Right now!
Oh yeah, well I just brought a sword to a gunfight. Wait a minute, that's usually not good.
Alright, that's that. See ya. That's that. Nothing to it.
Moogle Metal, okay. Alright, so something that I have to remember to do is you need to save your own game. You can save anywhere you like. I haven't tried to do it in combat yet, but you have to save your own game. There are no more save points that I'm aware of, at least. But unfortunately, okay, that's a lot faster. The first time I saved this game, it took like almost a full minute to save. It was crazy.
You are advised to vacate the area immediately. The explosions at the reactor have caused numerous ongoing fires. Many homes are at risk. It is not safe to remain indoors.
That bastard couldn't have gotten far! Stay alert!
Don't want to stick around here.
This is an alert.
Can I let him on fire? No. Okay.
An evacuation order has been issued to the offices, buildings in the vicinity of the Sector 8 Expressway. You are advised.
There he is! I'm not going anywhere!
Hey, this is Sector 8, Unit 4. We have eyes on the target. We need backup.
I'm waiting. Here we go. It's over.
Love the dynamic music is awesome. I mean, people are really digging that too, but I mean, it's like Nier Automata was the deadly dodge material. Let's check that out. Nier Automata was one of my favorite soundtracks of all time. And that had dynamic music too, so it changed with like the action and, you know, what was going on. It just blended in perfectly, and this game is really doing that too, which is pretty cool. Materials and equipment. Set materia. Deadly dodge. Attack command will do area damage immediately after dodging. Okay, so you gotta dodge first and then he'll do it. Well, might as well try it. Yeah, so also like I'm really awesome, really glad that I'm seeing that Nier, the first one, is getting a remake for PlayStation 4, Xbox, and PC. I know it's PlayStation 4 PC, I'm not sure about Xbox. I think it is too, but there's a dog down there, dog cat. Because it's also like, it's not the weird like adult Nier, it's like the Japanese one that a lot of people didn't play, so that's pretty cool.
All clear.
Get ready.
Oh yeah. I mean, Yoko Taro did like the first one. He did like Nier, like the first game, and then I think he did the first Drakengard game, and then somebody else took over the series, and it got convoluted all over the place. Then you have Drakengard 3, which is a total mess, like gameplay-wise at least. Like it's like Nier Automata, but it ran like garbage on the PlayStation 3. But the cool thing is that it runs really well in emulation, and you can run it 60 frames per second, so it looks even better.
Not bad.
Yeah, Nier Automata like really benefit from having Platinum do it. You know, the combat system, the combat's really lacking when you compare it to their previous works like Bayonetta, obviously Devil May Cry, and so forth. But it was still a great game. That was still my favorite game of 2017. Hands down. I still listen to the soundtrack. I mean, it's amazing. It's one of the top ones in my book. I think it's played a lot.
Just give it up! Don't run! Take it!
Punch him in! There's nowhere to run!
Here we go. It's over. Let's finish this.
I repeat, target sighted! Structure was set for immediate deployment!
Get ready.
Like right now I'm trying to lock on this guy and the camera's kind of not the best. That's, like I said, my biggest complaint so far with this game.
You are clear to engage!
Here we go.
Be advised, target is headed for the station! Enjoy!
Whoa. Okay, so that's also kind of like weird too. It's like you really need to pay more attention to your health gauge. There's like no real indicator that you're getting low on health unless you're actively monitoring it. Spoiled DLC RPG Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Relevant side character dies. Oh no. Well, it's kind of like the same thing like with Nier Automata, without spoiling it. It's like when, you know, my favorite bootylicious robot bites it, and I'm like, oh my god, no, 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 no. It's like, why? I was like, I was so crushed. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna keep playing though because I love this game, but oh, that one character's death just, it made me sad. Last battle, okay. Resume playing from battle. You'll retain all XP earned to this point. Okay, cool. Neat. I die and I instantly had 2 people leave the chat. It's funny. It's like, hey, 4 people watching, and then die up down to 2. That's what I love about Nier Automata. Is like that game is literally a sequel. It's its own sequel. You know, it's like especially when you hear like you have to play the game 5 times, which is like to get all the endings, which is not a correct statement really. You really only play the game like twice. You know, once as 2B, once as 9S, and then after that, it's all brand new. So like people say like I don't want to play this game 5 times exactly. It's like it's trust me, 9S I didn't like. I thought it was a real slog to get through his stuff, but then after that, holy crap, it's its own sequel and it just gets better and better and better and keeps ramping it up. I was just so impressed. Oh yeah, like once you get done with 9S, it's like it's not like the same thing. Like people thought originally, like the same thing. Like, oh, I have to play this entire game again. You know, another 3 more times to get the story. It's like it's going to radically change. I mean, 9S, I really didn't like him. For me, it was a slog to get through. I was just like, I just kept saying to myself like, okay, just get through it. You know that there's more coming to it. Just keep going. And then after you get through 9S, it's just like. It's like I said, literally buckle up because it just gets off the rails insanity and it gets even so much better.
Just give it up! Don't run!
But yeah, it was like, for me, 9S was like, oh god, like, this is a pain in the ass to get through, but I was glad I stuck with it. Yeah, it's just like his gameplay was just like constantly hacking, and then you go into that mini game, and that's like how you do everything constantly. I was just hacking everybody non-stop, and it's like just overhead shooter mode. I'm like, okay, yeah. So that's one of the things is that lore is missing a lot of it there. 9S's storyline will fill in a little bit more, but as you continue to progress through the game, you're gonna find out more about it. I mean, Nier Automata was the first Nier game I ever played, so I went into like the series like completely not knowing anything really. So, but by the time I reached the end of the game, though, I had learned quite a lot. Okay, so you could not. That was something I wonder, like, if you can go into, like, your item screen or something in the middle of a battle, you cannot. You are stuck here. Pardon me. Whole black box things never gains any relevance past the suicide bombing. It will. Trust me. Like I said, you're going to be in for a wild ride. Let's see, abilities. Focus thrust.
Here it comes. This might hurt. Is that it?
See, like, the annoying thing too is like you also get locked in animations as well. So it's like you gotta be like really cognizant of what's going on.
All right. I'll end. You're done.
Don't let him escape!
Ooh, I got Limit Break finally. Cool. If I played any of Xenoblade, I played... Wait a second, let me take a look at something real fast before I answer that. Xenogears, I played a little bit of it there. I think I played a little bit of Chronicles, which was the Wii U one. I played that a little bit on emulator, but I haven't really gotten into the series at all. Yeah, X was like, It's really weird because, like, I've seen, not know, like, being an outsider looking into the series. Yeah, Chronicles X. That's the one there. It's like you have all these mechs and stuff, and then the next game, like Chronicles 2, it's like you're kind of like fantasy settings again. I'm like, what happened to all the futuristic mechs and stuff? So I'm like, whoa. So I really don't know if it's just like a side story or something, but it was different. I mean, I didn't find it bad. It's one of those things I just tested out to see if my emulator was working, like how it ran the game, but I just never got back to it. I still have it downloaded, so I'll have to try it sometime.
But the rooftops look clear.
Yeah, it felt like a MMORPG, but like offline. It's kind of like Final Fantasy XII was like that for me. It was clearly an MMORPG design style, but you just weren't connected online. And that's what like the Xenoblade Chronicles, that Wii U one, that's what that felt like. Like, especially like in terms of like the wheel you have and everything else. It just really seemed like it. But I've heard, like, the Wii one, it's getting a remaster, I think it is. I think it was Xenoblade Chronicles? I think that was the one that was on Wii. So I know that's getting re-released. And I've heard lots of good things about that, but I still haven't played it, so... Let's see, where do I need to go? Another ladder, here we go. Am I just going backwards? I have a feeling I'm going backwards. Yeah, it won't let me down the stairs. Okay. So I thought I was going the right way, but apparently I'm not. Well, you're allowed to gust, Jay. You're allowed. You're a regular. I'll allow it.
Underestimate him.
Okay, trapped.
No way! Back off! You like this?
No holding back. See ya. Enough. That it?
Okay, so I really need to switch my materia over, get rid of that dodge thing. Let's see. Wait a minute. Bronze bangle. Iron bangle. Yeah, let's do that. We can put stuff on that now, huh? Okay, so Buster Sword. Fire back on that. Put Deadly Dodge on there so I'm not losing anything. Alright, so that'll work. Oops. And I should be able to save. Oh, I was hoping to stream like 2 hours today, but it looks like I'm gonna hit like 3. I'll try to see if I can get through chapter 2, but I mean, my back is starting to really bug me. So I mean, I have to keep telling myself it's only been like 6-7 weeks since I've had my fusion, so still got a lot more time to heal up.
Let's go.
An announcement will be made when the lockdown has been lifted. I repeat.
Have eyes on the target! You're mine
The
now!
of the Shinra Emergency Operations Center has been sighted in the vicinity of Fountain Park. A security lockdown is now in effect.
Target spotted! Moving to intercept!
An announcement will be made.
Nothing to it.
Okay. Well, kind of weird death animation.
Get the bastard!
Get ready.
I'll show
Time to burn.
Calling fire. No holding back.
Oh god, I am like super stunned. Come on, Cloud, jeez. Okay, let's see. Chronicles 2 keeps introducing new mechanics to you up to the last chapter, keeps it nice and fresh, that's cool. This combat system allows for something that is really unique to me, a way to deal millions of damage, 50%. Bounce's house, wow, that's crazy. One gratuitous spectacle. Gratuitous word, I don't see it very much. Way it doesn't feel overpowered requires pre-combat planning and combat setup and combat tactics and planning. Finally, a significant risk involved if you don't end up winning that way. Once you pull it off, it's the single most satisfying way to beat a boss in my book. Yeah, it's the best you could do. Well, that reminds me, I was thinking like, oh, since I'm getting my stimulus money, I should buy a new Switch, since my last one's kind of broken. It's just been glitching out, and it's basically going to cost the same amount of money to get it fixed as it is going to buy a new one. Pardon me, but unfortunately, due to China and its asshole coronavirus they've unleashed upon the world, Nintendo's not making any more Switches right now. They're not shipping them in, so there's literally going to be a global Switch shortage. So if you're looking to get a Switch, and you're going to be having a hard time trying to find one, you're going to see price gouges go way up. It's not you, it's literally Nintendo. I don't know if there's anything else up here. Let's take a look. So I saw I could go up here earlier. I'm like, oh, maybe it's not really anything. And that was it.
He's here!
All right.
This is
No escape.
Yeah, I mean, but here's the thing. It's like, people are like, oh, it's going to be over soon. Not a lot of people are saying that. It's just usually uneducated people. I'm not saying they're dumb or anything, but they just literally do not know that how things like this are going to run its course. It's probably going to take about 2 years at this point in time. Like, if they develop a cure or a vaccine or effective treatment for it, like, you know, this going to have to go through trials and everything else, you're looking at 18 months to 2 years for that to happen. Global herd immunity, which is where enough people get sick, which is on average around 70% of the population needs to get it and then recover from it, that takes about 2 years to work through. So either way, you're looking at like 2 years before all this nonsense is over, unfortunately. It's just things are going to continue to get worse. It's just going to come in waves. Oh, wait a minute, I know where this is. This is where Cloud goes over the bridge.
I see you. That's that.
Okay, so you can...
You're mine.
Yeah, so the pleasure mode, you do more damage, but you can't block ranged attacks like gunshots and stuff, so... So you can actually target, you can block their riot shield stuff, which is awesome. Okay, cool. So yeah, I mean, you could wait it out, but you might be looking at 2 years' time to look it out. If you're gonna wait, you know, things like that long, it's just the timeline for how long it goes. That's one of the fun things, to be able to figure out R-naught factors and virus multiplications and knowing things like that in the top of my head. It's like, when people say like, oh, by August things will be better, it's like, no, it's gonna be getting worse. Then the next thing you see online, people are like, oh, you're gonna see numbers go up because they're testing more. It's like, no, numbers are gonna be going up because people are just gonna be getting more and more sick. It's just how viruses progress, you know, it's just gonna be getting more people infected and walking around. It's just the nature of the beast, unfortunately. We've seen it with other pandemics, the worst one being the 1918 Spanish flu, which killed up to estimated 100 million people worldwide. It's pretty much what helped draw an end to World War I. Now, it's the other thing, like with herd immunity for a global scale, you have to have at least 70% of the population infected. So you're looking at least 5 billion, about 4.5 to 5 billion people need to be sick and recover from it in order for global immunity to kick in for herd immunity, which is going to slow things down. So, yeah, and my sister is a nurse in Kansas City, which is like the middle of my country. And so she's been like she was there when the first corona patient showed up in the emergency room. She was working that night. So it's like she is on the front lines of this stuff, and she's just like, we are almost out of supplies and everything. It's like, it's pretty bad. Yeah, 2 years. That's unfortunately the way things roll for, like, especially like it's 2 years, usually from 18 months to 2 years, if they were to find a cure. Like right now, if they were to come on the news, global news, say, hey, we have found a cure for this here. We're working on a vaccine. It works. We've done limited trials. We're going to roll it out there. You still have to do other human testing and so forth. By the time you get that rolled out and start getting people inoculated against it, it's usually around close to 2 years. And that's by moving everything really quickly and pushing things faster than you normally ever would. Global herd immunity takes about another 2 years once again, and you have to have a lot of people sick. A lot of people are going to die. And that's just the unfortunate reality of pandemics and infectious diseases like this. It's just going to take a while. So when people say like, oh, you know, like Trump's like, well, I want to start opening up the economy at the end of May, you can try doing that. And I mean, it's like, what you really want to do is find a way to test for antibodies, find out who is sick or has gotten it already, and it was either asymptomatic and we're not getting sick from it, like they were just basically had it recovered and they never knew. Those people can go back to work first, you know, so that way you could have the economy and the worldwide stuff going that way, but you still need to have an antibody test be done. Currently, they can look for it, but it's a blood test. It's going to take a while to do. They're already swamped from doing other things. So it's like, there's just so many different things that can be going on that to look for to try to find it. And there may not be a cure. It may end up being like the cold, the common rhinovirus cold, where it keeps mutating constantly as it is. I mean, this is mutated already since it started up. It used to be just cough, fever, headache were the initial supply, like were the initial problems with it here. And then now you're finding out, oh, it's mimicking closer to type A flu, which is diarrhea, you know, dehydration, things of those of that nature. So it's all over the place. Hey, it's T. Wallace. What's up, buddy? You're part of the game with the guy suplexes a train. No, unfortunately, that's not until the next time they do a remake of Final Fantasy VI, but you're very close. Good to see you, my friend, though. Speaking to you, also, I was hoping you'd show up tonight. I got a remix to show you here. I got something for you. And not a remix, a mashup for you. I know you'll definitely like. Give me a second. I gotta pull it up here. So I've just been ranting about time frames and things like that. I can also figure out how to do R-naught calculations, which is basically infectious spread of viruses and diseases. Off the top of my head, it's all mathematical formulations, so they've managed to slow it down, but by this time, at the end of May, you're looking at 2.5 million people infected in my country. There you go, T. Wells. That is a new mashup for you. You'll definitely appreciate it, having seen your streams in the past. Zidane touches Garnet's butt. No, sadly not. Although I do like that the main character's name in Final Fantasy V was Butts. People are like, that was just translated wrong. I'm like, no, it's not. Come on, baby, light my fire.
All good. Let's do this. Time to burn.
Huntsman, you seem like you're a specialty person. Let's set you on fire. And you're pretty much immune to that. Okay, good to know.
I'm waiting.
This guy's gonna be a problem.
Burn. Right. Come on.
Nope, no turn-based combat in this one. You can kind of do it. There is a classic mode, T. Wallace. But yeah, there's actually people who are like, they've been legitimately upset, raging, like, this game sucks because it's not the exact same game I remember from 23 years ago. It's like, things have changed, it's fine, you can do that. Yeah, looking through the chat now, seeing where they're walking the Pirate Pirates, the sheep, Metroid. Samus? Yes. Yeah, so it's like a combination of the two.
All right. Let's do this. Calling fire. All right. Pay attention. Need a light.
It's like, unfortunately, like, I don't have a way to, like, bait them into stuff.
No escape.
Yeah, Final Fantasy VIII I do like that. Heard back from Doug here again. Okay, cool. He has some time constraints. Bummer. Asked how long the session for interview would last and never heard back from him again. Oh, he asked how long it would be. Well, how long did you think it was going to be, Nemix? I mean, I can't remember how long the task was, but it shouldn't be like too long. I mean, I'm figuring maybe an hour of his time might be able to do. I was wondering about that because I hadn't heard anything about it for a while, so I'm going to ask you on Discord. Hour and 20 minutes? Yeah, I would say, like, yeah, usually about an hour is what most people would be willing to give, but an hour 20 shouldn't be too bad. But hopefully it doesn't fall through, because, I mean, it'd be really kind of fascinating to ask those questions. I was starting to think of some different ones that'd be good. They should have got a kind of remake. T. Wallace, I think they're going to be working on 6 next. whenever they get done with this, because this is only part 1 of the remake of Lord knows how many. Yeah, it's kind of like that, like Metal Gear Rising, but not kind of. It's a mashup of between of action. It's more like Final Fantasy 15, really. Yeah, 6 would be really awesome to redo. So that's the rumor. So once they get done with all this stuff, they'll be doing 6 next. But I mean, this is just Midgar for this game, and it's like 40 hours. Yeah, 8 I like.
Cloud won't be joining us after all.
Squall's kind of a douche, but 8 is fun.
Sure, he's fine. You saw him in
6 is one of my favorites.
Guy's a soldier. Goddamn one-man army.
You think he's a keeper?
I hear you knocking, but you can't come in.
You had me worried for a minute. What the hell you been up to, huh?
Giving public security the runaround.
Yeah, Squall is super angst.
Had to draw them away from the station somehow.
Cloud's an asshole in this game, but I mean, that's for a reason. It actually plays into the story. He starts that way and then changes through it, but Squall's just an angsty moron the entire time.
Wait.
It was the 90s. Kids were full of angst. That's why grunge was invented.
Ever been attacked by an invisible enemy?
Last time I ate mushrooms.
Wearing robes. Came and went like the wind.
The Death Eaters. Ah, yes, I heard Harry Potter had problems with
They
them.
were, at first. Only saw them after she grabbed me.
A new Shinra weapon, maybe?
More like a panic-induced hallucination.
Yeah, that would have been great, but they didn't do that, unfortunately.
Never mind.
And it seems like cannot rename character. You can't rename characters in this one either. So I was looking forward to renaming Barrett as Mr. T, but unfortunately the game thwarted me there. By the way, when you do your first save in this game, holy crap, it takes a long time. It took like almost a minute to do the first initial save. Okay, nothing back here.
Lucky us, we've got a crowd to hide in. Head for the front of the train and hold there.
Due to an explosion at Mako Reactor 1,
Updated score.
is now in effect. Your understanding and cooperation is appreciated.
I like he's still wearing the flower that Aerith gave me.
Highway collapse right in front of me.
Wow, who'd have thunk there'd be people riding in the freight car?
Stop that right now!
Man, everyone's on edge.
Of course they are.
Hey, Cloud.
Yeah, so there's no renaming Aerith to Eris for you, T. Willis. Hate to tell you, buddy.
Make it easy.
You gotta accept the fact that she was just misnamed by accident in the American version.
Something like that.
Hey, got a sec?
My daughter now lives in Sector 8.
What's up, Charlie Sheen? It's like I was stuck there for a second.
Alone, all right? Will our house still be there?
This game does not control well in this part. It is struggling.
You learn to take a hint, buddy.
Okay, I was trying to talk to you. Biggs here.
Hey, got a sec?
Yes, I'm trying to talk to you.
Holding up pretty well, huh? Even
Spaz. That is very well. That is a better name from him.
My hands are still shaking.
You get used to it.
Yes, and they've said it was a mistype.
Or maybe not.
It was a mistake, and Square's actually publicly come out and said such, and it's been corrected for the past 23 years, my friend. You gotta let it go.
Should have never gotten out of bed this morning. Just called in sick.
Let's talk to the world's most thirsty girl.
Please?
Don't be stupid.
Yeah, the slums need power too, you know.
I can't stop thinking about it. The bomb I made shouldn't have produced an explosion that big. It doesn't make any sense.
The explosion triggered a
Yeah,
reaction
it was
to
for
Mako.
all the...
You said so yourself.
That was my first
Western
guess,
languages,
but shouldn't a
we'll call it.
reactor have fail-safes to prevent that kind of thing?
Non-Japanese, they basically translated it across the board like it's this, and it was wrong.
Right.
So all the original PlayStation versions have it there. I think the PC version, because I have that too,
For something that was clearly my own.
had it corrected to Aerith. I can't remember though, it's been a while since, and I'd have to look into getting mods up and running to check it out.
You're a good listener.
But yeah, Square themselves have come out and said, like, yeah, it's like, that was our mistake, it was done wrong, it's why it's always Aerith moving forward instead of Aeris.
What kind of maniacs would go so far as to bomb a reactor?
They've yet to announce it publicly, but I heard
Oh god, this is so Japanese management, it hurts.
Aren't they the terrorists who tried to kill the president?
Is there nothing they won't do?
Well, I guess Jay's got one for going for Germany, at least. If it's in German, it's gotta be true.
Everyone knows Avalanche only cares about saving the planet.
Yeah. Dead girl walking. Nah, in 23 years,
who do you think you are?
everyone knows Aerith dies.
A law-abiding, concerned citizen.
Law-abiding?
Which would be, since they're changing the story for these games, I've heard, it'd be really radical if she doesn't die, even though she really needs to for the plot. It'd be really cool if it doesn't, if that doesn't happen.
Was a message to the bastards bleeding our planet dry.
With the real things and quality and top end engineering.
Heard it loud and clear. Y'all's masters.
My country, they advertise a certain, like, razor blade, like, it gives you the closest shade because of German engineering. I'm like, I'm pretty sure any engineer could have done it. I'm not sure why German engineering has to be superior when it comes to shaving facial hair, but... Oh god, this is very Japanese.
Them fighting words.
Yeah, Barrett kind of did in the first one. Like, he actually like yelled at everybody to get out of the car, which draws attention to yourself. But no one seems freaked out that he has a Gatling gun on his arm, you know? Or that I'm carrying a giant sword. It's like, nobody flinches.
Oh dear.
Man, this train is slower than molasses.
You hear that,
right?
suit? Shinra creed my ass. We're the good guys, damn it. You hear that, suit? Shinra creed my ass.
Let's get this out of the way. Personally, I find visual aids make the dull stuff a lot more bearable. If it helps.
Well, that's gonna be the next one.
Initiation rite.
Because, so this is only, you know, Midgar in this game, so whenever Part 2 comes out, it'll be interesting to see when it comes out. I'm hoping maybe a year turnaround, because they have to be working on all this all concurrently. You know, get to that. The theory is it might be open world next game, which makes a lot more sense.
Which feed the insatiable appetites of the public.
The train will be passing through an ID checkpoint shortly.
This here is the train's route. As you can see, it'll take us around this main pillar. Look, we're about halfway through it now. They've set up a checkpoint here to scan the IDs of all passengers heading in and out. Date of birth, residential status, criminal history, all that and more is automatically cross-referenced in their databases. Public security wouldn't have it any other way.
He has no confirmation on that, Jay.
Don't worry, our IDs are impeccable. What'd I tell ya? Have a little faith.
Yeah, so I'm hoping it's gonna be like Resident Evil 3, which actually was in development at the same time Resident Evil 2 was. So that's why it came out like so fast within a year of Resident Evil 2 being released. So, but it's Square, and it's really funny because I was watching a like Did You Know series on Final Fantasy VII Remake, and everyone jokes about Tetsuya Nomura, like how he's like the worst director, and I agree because it takes him forever to do stuff. He didn't know he was the director of this game. They keep going to him, asking him for input and stuff. He's like, I don't know, why are you asking me? They're like, you're the director. I am? Oh, I didn't know that. He didn't know he was the director for like 2 years of this game. And I have a feeling that's how it's gone for every single one of his projects, why it takes so damn long to get one of his stupid games out, because he doesn't know what he's doing. He's like, I'm the director? Oh, well, what? What's going on? I don't know who's in charge, not me. So it's like... But yeah, it's basically Resident Evil 3 was the B team. I mean, the remake was as well that for Resident Evil 3. The original and this, it's kind of funny. They've really paralleled themselves. So, but yeah, it's actually in development at the same time Resident Evil 2 Remake started, which is why they have the same assets and they're able to get this one out so fast because it's been work behind the scenes. So with Square, you never know what's going on. They may not have even started. I mean, they announced this game, then they literally sat on it for about 3 years before they started to actually do development and work on it, which is crazy. But I mean, but yeah, so like I said, once again, Resident Evil 3, it makes me funny because it's like, it's always been a short game. That was the same complaints that people had 21 years ago when that game came out. It's like, it's a short game. It's like 5-6 hours maybe, and it's like $60 or it's $50 back then in the States. And, it's like the exact same complaints people had back then are like now with this game too. So Resident Evil 3 Remake, though, I haven't had the time to play it. I tried the demo, which I thought was alright. The dodging mechanics really wonky, but for me, I saw people play through it. I watched Maximilian dude play through it. The problem I have with that game is like Resident Evil 2 Remake. If you played the original Resident Evil 2, you can go through and you recognize where things are. You can still move your way through the police station. A lot of the stuff is still the same, like maybe 85-90% of it's still the same. You have your different changes and such. With Resident Evil 3 Remake, I know Resident Evil 3 like the back of my hand. I used to like speedrun it before it was a thing. Before speedrunning was a thing. I have no idea where the hell anything is in that game. It's like nothing matches up. The entire street layout's changed. Nemesis is completely changed. You have these weird arena boss fights. To me, it feels like Resident Evil 3 in name only. It doesn't feel like they took the same care that they did for Resident Evil 2 for doing the remake. They're just like, oh, we're just going to take the name and a dodge mechanic and Jill. And after that, it's all screwed up. Carlos, I like what they did with him in this new version. They made him a lot better. That I applaud. They made him a much better character in the remake for Resident Evil 3, but this new version, it's like, it seems to be in name only. It's like there's nothing that matches up. The street layouts are different, the scenarios, it's all bizarre. It's kind of like somebody had an idea to do it and just didn't look at any of the original source material and just did whatever they wanted. So I had this weird disconnect where 2, I can identify with it. It looks a lot like it. You get the same feel. Resident Evil 2 was not my favorite. Resident Evil 3 actually was. So then going into this and just having been completely changed around, I'm kind of bothered by it. Doesn't make me mad like this is a bad game. It just doesn't feel like the same game at all. Let's see, compare that to 2 Remake, just so different. Yeah, 2 was like a lot more, like I said, like what it should be. Yeah, I do speedrun Ninja Gaiden. I need to do that again, get back into it. Well, I'd like to get back to speedrunning Bayonetta, but unfortunately I need to get a new Switch, and there's going to be a Switch shortage, so that's not going to work. And my back's not healed up yet, so
that's all well and good.
That's going to take time.
But the folks down there don't have the luxury of choice, you know.
Yeah, played on Wii U. Oh god, no. I did that for too long. I still have the world records on Wii U because nobody wants to try to break it. For damn good reason. Yeah, I already played it. I did my time on Wii U. I'm not ever going back to it. My Wii U is packed up in its box. It is on my shelf. Never to be opened again. If I do play Wii U, it's emulated now. Which is funny, because the Wii U emulated version of Bayonetta 2 on PC actually plays very close to the Switch. I mean, it's almost the exact same time for loading, too. I did not like the Wii U at all.
Don't worry, I'm fine. Goodness. Knew it couldn't be that bad. No way.
And of course, it's ironic that the Wii U did terrible. Nobody bought it. No one cared. For damn good reasons, too. And then you have, like, the Switch, which is slightly improved version of the Wii U, and everyone goes ape for it. It's like, okay, go figure.
Lower your voices, huh? People are listening.
Yeah. That's not too bad, T-Walls. I mean, you know, there's lots of people tied for first place. You could make that your first speedrun game. It's only 4 minutes and 2 seconds. Yeah, the only game I ever played on my Wii U were 2 games. Bayonetta 2, and 1 occasionally. And Ninja Gaiden 3 Razor's Edge. That's all that ever got played in my Wii U. I never played... Oh, actually, I take it back. I did try Super Mario 3D World one time, and that's it. Alright, so we're going to save. I know that my waifu for Laifu is coming up, Tifa, but my back is killing me. Well, the problem is that my back is still healing up. Oh, hey, Keiko. Sorry, buddy. Didn't need to bump you there. So it still requires a lot of button mashing, even if I'm emulating it. So it's just one of those things, like, I can jump in and test a couple different things, but I can't do, like, a full playthrough, unfortunately. Not yet. So let's see. T. Wallace. I just watched a show where some guys made s'mores and made them in his smoker. I don't know why you'd make it in your smoker, to be honest. I mean, it'd be lower heat. It's just still gonna melt your chocolate, but then you gotta worry about the marshmallow being done. And it's just extra smoke. It just seems like extra steps. I don't know. It's kind of weird. I wouldn't do it in a smoker. I just do it over the fire or something traditional. Yeah, it's like what my doctor keeps telling me, Jay. Is like, I just gotta basically remember to take it slow, and that's the hardest thing for me, because mentally, like, my back pain's gone way far down. Like, I don't have pain shooting into my hips or my knees anymore. So I'm like, alright, I should be able to do things, and then I bend wrong, and it's just like pain shoots down to my heels. I'm like, oh my god. So it's more of a waiting game. You just have to wait and heal it out. I mean, you gotta wait for those bones to fuse and everything else, so it's a pain in the butt. I mean, because you want to do things. I really want to get, even though it's in the middle of a pandemic right now, I really want to get back to work, and there's things I want to do, but I still have to rest up. Like, I'm in the middle of making a YouTube video about my first Sega Saturn games. I've been working on that here and there, but like, I can only sit in my chair for like 2 or 3 hours. Like, right now I'm at my limit, so I'm gonna be ending my stream in a minute, but yeah, it's like, I want to be able to do so much more, but I just really can't. So for now, oh no, come on, OBS, be cool, work with me. No, it's supposed to give me the video play. Don't do me like this. There we go. Alright, there we go. Finally got the video to play. Geez, I don't know what it is. It just didn't want to do it. Yeah, I should do like a Ghost in the Shell and just back up my brain to an electronic brain and put it in a cyborg body. But then, of course, the entire thing about Ghost in the Shell, which was completely overlooked and screwed over by the Scarlett Johansson abomination abortion movie, is like, at what point do you lose your soul? If you can back up everything and put yourself in a robotic body, including your brain, are you still human? Do you still have a soul? What defines you as a human being? But that's the thing that gets overlooked about the series, the great philosophical questions. But yeah, I'm going to end the stream for now. So of course, I definitely do want to thank everybody for hanging out, which is of course T. Wallace for the resubscribe for 17 months like the madman he is. T. Wallace, Jay, and of course anybody else who was lurking in chat. You guys are always welcomed here. So I am not going to stream tomorrow. I'm going to take it off. I need to rest up, push myself. So, see, that's Easter anyway. So I should be back on the 13th, which is Monday. Gonna be continuing on doing this remake. I do also want to stream Panzer Dragoon Orta. I did get that. I bought it digitally for the Xbox 360. Definitely want to play that, but I want to save it for stream because it's been 20 years since I've played it last, just about. So I think that'd be fun. So definitely want to thank everybody for hanging out. I should be streaming. I'm going to try to do 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time now. I think it's at 8:30, maybe even 7:30 or so. Might be pushing a little too early. But either 8 or 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is what we're looking for. So of course, like I say, so let's say 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time will be the new stream time from now on until I change it to later. Yeah, I haven't played in 20 years. It's actually been about 17, 16 years, I think, since I last played it. But so we're going to say the new streaming time is going to be 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, of course. If you don't know when that is, just type it into Google. It'll tell you for wherever you are. Also, check me out. I think that's my Twitter. Is that here? I'm out of my groove. I haven't done this in so long. Yeah, so my Twitter is Wursel555. Pardon me. Oh, reverse burp. Weird. So check me out there on Twitter. I always post up if I'm going to be streaming or not. catch the updates, my random insanity, random musings there. Going to probably work on my video a little bit later tonight as well, so keep an eye on there as always. So the plan is to do the 13th, which is Monday, 8 o'clock. We'll continue on with Final Fantasy VII Remake. So until then, you guys are awesome. Keep rocking it out, and hopefully see you all next time. So be kind, have a good Easter. Send me all your Reese's Pieces and your Reese's Peanut Butter Cups as payment. You don't need to subscribe or give bits. Send me Reese's Peanut Butter Cups and we'll be all good. So catch you guys next time.